Hey guys, this is Abhishek from Technics Media. Today we are going to do the full review of Samsung Galaxy Grand. We have already done a hands-on review of this device basically, and you guys have already watched it. In case you haven't, you can click on the annotation link right now on the video. And in this video we are going to do a full review of this phone. This phone has been recently launched from Samsung here in India at a price of around 21,500 Indian rupees, where you can easily get this phone at much lesser price. If we talk about the overall design of the phone, if Samsung has followed the same design language which it follow for the Galaxy phones, with the high-end premium Samsung Galaxy phones like Samsung Galaxy Note 2 and Samsung Galaxy S3. This phone will give you a kind of impression that it looks like Note 2 basically. If we compare this phone with the Note 2 right now, as you can see, in terms of the design and look and feel, both of these phones look pretty much similar to each other, although there is a difference that Note 2 has 5.5-inch screen, whereas Samsung Galaxy Grand Duos has 5-inch of screen. Take a look at the build quality. Samsung has not compromised in terms of the build quality on this phone while designing this phone. You do have a chrome kind of bezel around the edges of the phone. Although it is not chrome, it is actually plastic, but it is again good quality of plastic which you see on this phone. If we take a look at the backside, the backside on Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is more glossy. However, on Samsung Galaxy Grand you do have a texture which is actually inside the glossiness surface basically. You will only be able to see the texture once you move the phone very close to your eyes. Apart from that, you won't be able to notice it, but still it is glossy, but less glossy as compared to the Samsung Galaxy phones. If we talk about the other design aspects of this phone, the phone is designed in such a way that Samsung has actually taken care of the fact that they have to make sure that the phone is slim enough. Although this phone is dual SIM phone, so it actually supports two SIM, one is 3G and second is 2G, so you can use two SIM cards, and both of them will be active, will be on active standby. So basically, in case you are actually receiving call from a different number and you are actually talking with a different SIM card, you will be able to get the call in that case, because the call will be automatically routed to the different number, and you can enable this feature if you want to. Apart from this, if we compare the design of this phone with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, it is very much similar. Here you have the earpiece on both of these phones, then you have the proximity sensors, and here you have the front camera, and on the back you have 8 megapixel camera over here and 8 megapixel camera on Note 2 as well, and then you have loudspeaker over here on Samsung Galaxy Grand, whereas on Note 2 it is over here. Let me just give you a close look of this phone. This is how the phone looks like. It looks very premium, it looks very solid, and at this price point you get a very good nice build quality from Samsung on this phone, with running on dual core 1.2 GHz processor, which is a Broadcom processor basically. About the hardware of this device, on the front you have 5-inch capacitive touch screen, which is quite sensitive to your finger touch. As far as the bottom layout is concerned, here you have the home button, and there you do have some soft keys over here which will light up whenever you touch the screen or whenever you touch these soft keys over here. On the left hand side on the top you have the volume rocker, which is a single button which gives you a good amount of feedback as well, and then you have on the top the 3.5mm audio jack for the headphones, and on the back side you have 8 megapixel camera. Here you have the loudspeaker, and here you have the LED flash. On the right top basically you have the power and sleep key with which you can actually wake up the phone, and at the bottom you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. Mic basically, this is the primary mic, and there should be a secondary mic inside the body. I will just open the back cover. Let me just go through. Okay, on the front side you have a 2 megapixel camera over here. Here you have the proximity sensor, and here you have the earpiece. Let me just open the back cover of this device. The back cover is again glossy. As you can see, there is a little texture design on the back cover which you won't be able to notice unless you see the phone very close. And the quality of the back cover is again plastic. As you can see, you have a plastic kind of back cover as you see on other Samsung devices. A dual SIM phone, and here you have the SIM card slot 1. this is for 3G, and here you have another SIM card slot. This is again for 2G. Here you have the loudspeakers mesh, as you can see, the camera and the LED flash, and here you have the battery. The battery on this device is 2100 milliampere hour. The slot for the microSD card, and you can use maximum of 64 GB microSD memory card to increase the storage of this device. You get Jelly Bean out of the box on this device, which comes preloaded. Let me just show you the version number. So the version number of Android is 4.1.2, that is Jelly Bean, which is again quite nice for a device like this. And then you have the same UI which you see on other Samsung premium devices like Samsung Galaxy S3 and Note 2. You have the same nature UX UI on this phone as well, which is quite snappy. There is no lag as whatsoever while moving across the screen. As far as the home screen is concerned, you have like 7 home screens as of now, which you can see, and you cannot have more than 7 home screens. This is the maximum number of home screen, and then you can actually place different applications and widgets on these home screens. First of all, here you have the notification center for all the toggles like GPS, sound, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and other things. You have all the useful toggles over here. As far as the brightness is concerned, you do have the brightness slider in the notification center only, and you do have the auto brightness setting as well on this device, which will save a lot of battery on this device. And here you have the notification, and here you can actually select the SIM card, which one you want to use in case you have 2 SIM cards inserted into this phone. If we talk about the OTG support, that is the on-the-go USB support, this phone doesn't support plugging a USB pen drive and reading the contents on the pen drive as of now. You can actually root the phone and make it possible. Apart from this, if we talk about can you move the apps to the SD card, right now Samsung has not allowed moving apps to SD card. You can always root the phone and make it possible. Apart from this, if you talk about the task manager, you can actually press the home button over here to access the multitasking multitasking screen basically, and then you can kill all these applications just by swiping like this, as you can see, and you can kill all the application at once by tapping over here. Talking about the internal storage of the Samsung Galaxy Grand Duos, it has got 8 GB of internal storage, and out of which how much of that is actually available, let me just show you right now. If we go into storage, 4 GB approximately is actually available right now as far as the storage is concerned on this device. If we talk about the RAM, let me just show you the RAM, the current amount of RAM which is actually free right now. As you can see, out of 1 GB of RAM, around 356 MB of RAM is used, and 449 MB to be very precise is free right now, which will make the phone pretty fast and snappy. There is no problem as far as the UI is concerned. Talking about the display, this phone has got a lower resolution. At this price point, you get other devices in India right now, other Android phones which has better resolution basically, but Samsung has actually given a lower resolution, which is a standard resolution of 480 into 800 pixels. However, the overall resolution is low, but the clarity of the display is quite nice. There is no pixelation as we can see or notice basically on this phone while doing different tasks. In case you are going to do some extensive reading on this device, in that case you might see some pixelation over time. There is no problem whatsoever, either in terms of the gameplay experience, either in terms of the watching movies, playing high definition videos as well. You won't see any kind of pixelation happening on the screen, or you won't notice it at all while using the device. So the display is not so bad. It is powered with the latest Samsung MDNIE technology, which makes the display soothing for the eyes. So have a 480 into 800 pixel resolution on 5-inch capacitive touchscreen display, and you get 187 pixels per inch, which is quite low, but it doesn't affect at all because the overall clarity of the text is quite good. There is no problem in terms of the clarity of the text as well as in terms of the photos as well. Let me just show you some of the photos. So as you can see, this photo is again captured using the camera on this device, and the photo is looking quite good. All the details in the photo are quite clear. There is no problem or any kind of pixelation in the screen basically right now. So the display is not high resolution, but it is not bad at all. Let me just show you the phone dialer. This is how the phone dialer looks like. The phone dialer on this particular 5-inch display screen is quite big in size. You can easily dial the numbers. Here you have the access to the logs. Here you have favorites, and from here you can actually access all the contacts, and you do have all those features which you see on other Samsung devices. Like you can actually slide like this to message a number, and you can slide like this to actually call a number. The messaging application is again the same which you see on other Samsung Galaxy phones. The keyboard is quite big in size. There is no problem as far as the typing is concerned on this keyboard, because the keys are quite big for both thick as well as thin fingers. We haven't faced any problem while typing on this phone. And if you move the phone to the landscape orientation, the keyboard becomes much more bigger, and the keys are quite big in size again. So there was no problem as far as the typing experience is concerned on this device. And if you actually want to change different kind of keyboards, you do have different kind of keyboards on this device as well. Although this phone doesn't have S Pen with it, but you can actually use an S Pen of a Note 2 on this device as well, in case you want to. So you do have the gesture type keyboard on this device as well supported, and you can switch in between different keyboards from here. You can have the voice keyboard, you can have the normal keyboard, you can access the clipboard history, as well as you can access the settings from here. You can actually swipe your finger like this to actually convert the keyboard into the special character mode, and you can swipe your finger like this to again take it back to the QWERTY mode. So the keyboard again supports continuous input, as you can see, and it does support keyboard swipe as well. So talking about the camera on this device, you do have an 8 megapixel camera at the backside with LED flash, and the camera performs quite well both in indoor as well as in outdoor. It does perform pretty well basically in sunlight and in outdoor, whereas the indoor photos on this device are not very sharp, but you will find a good amount of sharpness in the outdoor photos. Let me just show you the camera UI. So this is how the camera UI looks like. So you can actually change the location of the photos to directly store them on the SD card. In case you have actually inserted a SD card, it will give you this particular option. From this, if you take a look at the UI of the camera UI is again inherited from Samsung Galaxy phones or Nature UX UI, which you see on premium Samsung devices, and you do have the option to access the settings from here. If you take a look over the settings, you have the recording mode, which is right now normal. You can apply different effects, you can have exposure value, you can control over the exposure value, and this is the resolution of the photos, so right now it is actually taking all the photos and videos at this resolution, all the videos basically at this resolution, and you can decrease this resolution as per your own preference. You can enable and disable the flash from here, and then you have different effects which you can apply while taking a photo. You do have the option to do the video recording in two modes, normal and the MMS mode. In the MMS mode, the video file size will be low and the resolution of the video will also be low, and you can actually swap the camera from here to the front camera. The front camera on the device is 2 megapixel, which is capable of doing high definition video chat as well. Here with which you can actually turn to photo mode and go to the video mode again. As far as the video is concerned, in case you record a video on this device, you do have the option to pause the video in between and then again start the recording. Unless and until you click the stop button over here, the video file will not be complete. You can actually pause the video while doing the video recording on this device as well. If we talk about the other features of the camera UI, you do have the option to actually zoom in a photo. This is again digital zoom, not optical zoom, but you can use the digital zoom by using the volume key over here. You can decrease and increase the zoom while taking a photo, and you do have the option of tap to focus on this device as well. So you can actually tap over on the screen on any object to focus it, and then it will focus and take the object. As far as the focusing is concerned, it does focus pretty well and pretty quickly basically, in case you are capturing the photos. Let me just show you some of the photos which we have captured using the camera on this device. So these are some of the photos which we have captured using the camera on this device, and these photos look pretty clear. There is no problem. This photo is again taken in indoor light, but the overall clarity of the photos and the details in the photo is quite clear. There is no problem as far as the clarity of the photo is concerned. The color reproduction and the saturation of colors is again quite good. The details in the photos are quite clear. The objects are captured pretty much in detail, as you can see, and all these photos are captured in low light or in indoor light basically. If you have a very low light, in case you are capturing a photo, then you will see certain amount of softness in the photos, and you will see certain amount of blurriness basically. The browser on this device is again inherited from Samsung Galaxy phones again, from the Nature UX UI, the browser which you see. So let me just load GadgetsToYou website for you, and let's see how much time does it take to actually load the website. So as you can see, it has loaded the mobile version of our website, which is GadgetsToYou. And if we do pinch to zoom, there is no lag at all while doing pinch to zoom on this phone. It works quite fine. There is no lag of any kind. If we talk about panning is again quite smooth. There is no issue at all. The panning is again pretty smooth basically. If we talk about kinetic scrolling is again super smooth, I would say. There is no problem as far as the kinetic scrolling is concerned on this device. And if we talk about double tap to zoom is again quite snappy. There is no issue at all. So in terms of the browser performance, this device is quite good. There is no issue at all, and it does give you a full screen browser experience. As you can see, you have the option to open different websites and different tabs. You can have an incognito mode tab as well. So in case you don't want the phone to record the history of the website which you have visited, you can use this mode. So if we talk about the data connectivity on this phone, there was no issue. We used 3G on this device, and with the SIM card, with the Airtel SIM card, and the speed were quite surprising. There was no problem at all in terms of data access on this device. So let's talk about the apps which come pre-installed on this device. If we talk about the current application which comes pre-installed on this device, you do have all the regular applications which you see on other Samsung Galaxy phones. You have the All Share Play, the calculator, the camera, the chat on application, which is again from Samsung. Then you do have the FM radio support on this device. You have Flipboard and other applications as well. If we talk about some different application which comes installed on this device is My Services, which is again an application which comes pre-installed on this device specifically. And with this application, Samsung allows you to enjoy music and movies up to 8,000 Indian rupees absolutely for free for a certain amount of time. So it is a subscription based service basically. You will be able to watch latest movies, TV shows and other things on this particular application for around 1 to 2 months, and then you will have to buy a subscription plan. You do have S-Memo application, which is normally comes in Samsung Galaxy Note, but you do have this application again on this device as well. So this device has good capacitive touchscreen, so they give you the S-Memo, and you can actually use the S Pen again from Note 2 on this device while using the S-Memo. Have both Google Now as well as S-Voice. Whatever you want to use, that is up to your choice, but S-Voice is not very much precise when it comes to taking data, taking questions, whereas Google Now is much better in that case. You can actually launch Google Now by tapping over the search section over here. Gives you the weather. Set an alarm for 7 AM in the morning. So you can do a lot more things when it comes to Google Now, and you can do similar things with S-Voice as well. So in Google Now, you can actually ask different kind of questions like, what's the weather like in New Delhi? Let me just show you the S-Voice interface as well. Set an alarm for 7 AM in the morning. So this is how you can actually set alarm and do a lot more things on S-Voice as well. Play a video for you so that you can actually find out the overall quality of the video playback when it comes to playing a YouTube video on this device. So the video is basically in high definition, and let's see how in what resolution this device is going to play it. So as you can see, there is no problem as far as the playback of a video is concerned on YouTube. This device is capable of playing the video right now. However, we see some black bars above and below the video. This is a high definition video which is right now playing in high quality format, because the resolution of this device is not so high, so it is right now playing the video in high quality format. If I show you the overall volume output of the video, I can increase the volume right now. Like this on a phablet basically. So both of these devices are phablet, they are phone plus tablet, because they have a pretty big screen. So in terms of the loudness of the audio which was coming from the video, there is no problem at all as far as the loudspeaker on this device is concerned. Talking about the widgets which you get installed on this device, basically you can have different kind of widgets like active application widget, with which you will be taken to the task manager easily. Whenever you are going to tap on this widget, it will take you to the task manager, and then you will be able to see what all tasks are running in the background. If we talk about other widgets, you do have the alarm widget over here, which you can use. Apart from this, you do have assistive light widget, tapping on which will make your flash work like a torch, so you can use the flash on this device as a torch. Apart from this, you do have other regular widgets like the camera, and with which you can actually launch the camera and see the recent photos on the lock screen, on the home screen, in case you have actually opted for this widget. So you will be able to see all the recent photos which you have captured, and you can launch the photo mode of the camera by tapping over it, and then you can launch the video mode of the camera tapping again from here. So talking about the widgets, this device has good amount of widgets which you can use and which will be quite useful in day-to-day usage. So many people actually ask us about the high definition video playback. We have actually loaded some high definition videos on this device, and let me just show you how this device is actually going to play the high definition videos. So here we have some high definition videos. Out of these videos, there are some videos which are recorded at 720p, and whereas some of the videos are at 180p. Whereas this video, again, this is recorded at 720p. Let me just show you the video playback. So as far as the video playback is concerned, there is no problem as such for playing high definition videos at 720p, and if I forward the video, there is no issue at all. Again, the video just forward quite instantly, there is no problem at all. And you do have the option to see the video in a pop-up player, as you can see, like you see on other Samsung premium phones like Samsung Galaxy S3 and Note 2. So you do have the option for that. In case you want to watch the video again in full screen, you can again double tap and go back. 280p. This is another video which is again recorded at 720p. Let me just show you the clarity of the screen whenever you are playing high definition video. The clarity of the screen is quite good. There is no problem at all as far as the clarity of the video is concerned. So this is a video which is recorded from a different device at 1080p. So as you can see, the clarity of this video is again quite good on the screen, and this phone is capable of playing high definition video at 1080p without any problem. And if I forward this video, basically there is no issue at all. However, it is not very snappy as you see on 720p videos which you play on this device. Okay, talking about the motion related features, you do get a large number of motion related features on this device, although you do not have access to all the motion related features on this device. But most of the motion related features, the most of the basic and important motion related features you will get on this device, like direct call, smart alert, double tap to top. These motion related features are again a subset of the features which you see on Samsung Galaxy S3 and Note 2. These are not all the features, but most of the important features are actually over here. Another thing which you get on Samsung Galaxy Grand is the multi-window feature, in which you can actually use different applications in the same screen. You can have two applications running at the same time, so you can do the browsing as well as you can watch the videos in the gallery over here with the pop-up player. So you can do a lot more things using the multi-window feature, which is again available on Samsung Galaxy Note 2 as of now, and now you have that feature on this phone as well. In case you want to hide the multi-window feature, you just need to tap and pull on the back key, and then it will be automatically hidden. And this is so. In all, to conclude this review of Samsung Galaxy Grand, we would like to say this is a pretty smart phone, a pretty smart affordable phablet basically, which you can buy right now at a price of around 20,000 Indian rupees, at which you can actually buy this phone. So this phone is quite nice in terms of the overall build quality, in terms of the design, in terms of the overall features it offers. That's all from us right now regarding the full review of Samsung Galaxy Grand. Do let us know if you have any questions related to this device. We will help you in those questions as well. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off.